Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so Planning and Zoning Board meeting for Tuesday, March the 16th, 2021. Hereby called to order. Can we have a roll call?
Yes, sir. City Attorney, are you supposed to read first before I call roll call?
I'll do it after you do roll call.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Board Member Barnes.
Present.
Okay. Board Member Hibbard.
Present.
Board Member Mangum. Okay, she's muted, but she's online. I do see her. Okay. Board Member Titus, she will not be with us this evening. And Chair Guerrero.
Here.
Okay. Attendance confirmed.
Okay. So we'll do the invocation and pledge. Would somebody like to do the invocation?
May I do the script now?
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Pursuant to Resolution 20-9818, passed by the City Commission on November 12th, 2020, the City of Opa-locka, Florida may conduct meetings of advisory boards without having a quorum of its members present physically or at any specific location, and utilizing communications media technology such as telephonic or video conferencing as provided by Section 120.54 5B2 of the Florida statutes. The members of this meeting have been announced by the roll call. An opportunity was given to the public to access and address this board by sending an email to the board clerk at pzpubliccomments@opalockafl.gov. The clerk of the board will announce all public comments at the appropriate time. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now we'll do the invocation and pledge. Would somebody like to lead us in the invocation? Okay. Lord, we ask for your guidance in these troubled times, and we ask that you help us make the best decision possible for our city. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I check and see if I'm being heard at this point?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, can we get an approval of the meetings, a motion to approve the meetings for the last meeting on November the 17th of 2020?
I move to approve the meetings from November
17th.
17th, 2020.
I second.
Roll call.
Board Member Barnes.
Yes.
Board Member Hibbard.
Yes.
Okay. Board Member Mangum.
Yes.
And Chair Guerrero.
Yes.
Minutes approved.
Thank you. All right, can we have the first item read into the record?
A resolution of the Planning and Zoning Board of the City of Opa-locka, Florida, approving a request from AMDI USA Inc. to close, vacate, and abandon a portion of the Northwest 130th Street between Northwest 30th Avenue and Northwest 30th Court, and a portion of Northwest 30th Court between 130th Street and Northwest 131st Street for the operation of a concrete batching plant and finished concrete production company facility on the property located at 13050 Northwest 30th Avenue and identified by folios 08-2128-002-0020, 08-2128-002-0030, 08-2128-002-0040, 08-2128-002-0050, 08-2128-002-0060, 08-2128-002-0090, 08-2128-004-0380, and 08-2128-004-0330 in the I-2 zoning district, providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Okay. Can we hear the applicant presentation at this point, or?
I don't currently see the applicant online. Give me a quick
The
second.
applicants are online, Chairman.
Yes.
The applicants are online, you all.
Okay. I know this is from a previous item in our agenda, but if they have anything to add, we'd like to hear the. They
Okay.
want to present.
Can you recommend? Yeah, I see them both online.
Yes. If IT could bring them in, we really would appreciate it.
They're on. They're on.
Okay.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. This is Hope Calhoun, attorney for the applicant. Just a brief overview. I think that all of you have the backup materials in your for tonight's presentation. As the Chairman Guerrero stated earlier, you previously reviewed and approved the site plan for this project. So in connection with that site plan, we are proposing a right-of-way vacation as read by your city attorney along Northwest 130th, along Northwest 130th and Northwest 30th Court. It sort of creates an L shape on the property. And again, I think you have this material in your backup. Excuse me, so it creates an L shape. If you're looking at it, I know we submitted a PowerPoint, but that's fine if you don't have it, because I know you have the materials presented by staff, but the property, the parcels that the right-of-ways that I just mentioned, specifically Northwest 30th Court, kind of divides the owner's property in two. So we really just want to vacate it so that the batching plant can continue to operate in a legal fashion as one combined parcel. And then the portion of Northwest 130th Street that we're proposing to vacate, again, just allows the current operating batching plant to operate safely and effectively without anyone being confused about how the property operates or how it's accessed. So short of that, your staff is recommending approval of the vacation. And I'm repeating myself, I know, but you previously approved the site plan, which does show that the properties operate kind of as one uniform manner. So these right-of-way vacation requests just, are the final step to creating a unified parcel for operation purposes. With that, we're happy to answer any questions. And I don't know if staff wanted to make any comments with regard to their recommendations before you vote.
Thank you, Ms. Calhoun. Does anybody have any questions for the applicant? Can we hear from staff? I don't know if they're here.
Yeah, I'm here. Staff's pretty much has reviewed this project previously. Sorry, there's an echo. Okay. But yes, staff has previously reviewed this project. It's been approved for the batching facility. The applicant is just looking to complete the entire project by vacating the alleyways that are unused to create a comprehensive site that is unobstructed and make sure all operations are contained within the site. The zoning designation allows for it, and the adjacent properties to the south and to the east are both of I-2 design. Therefore, staff doesn't have any opposition, making sure that it provides a safe access as well as safer operations to be fully contained on the site and hopefully allowing for no spillover. At this time, staff is recommending approval to complete the site and make sure everything is fully enclosed. And that way it's a safe, productive site.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions for staff? Okay. At this point, I'm going to open it up to public hearing. Is there anybody that has signed on, Ms. Hall, for comment?
Yes, Chairman Guerrero, I do have a comment, sir, and I'm going to read it.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
My name is Roynell Peralta, property owner at 13247 Aswan Road, Opa-locka, Florida, 33054. And they stated, I very much agree with the closure of concrete dosage plant and finished concrete production company facilities on the property located at 13050 30th Northwest for several reasons. Number one, rainwater drains remain dense or with little drainage volume most of the time due to the washed concrete that reaches the public sewers by different routes. Two, the amount of dust that comes out of that plant, which is silica, a deadly dust, number one in deaths in the USA in the construction area. And number three, the trucks for loading and unloading the product for the plant to work past through the street without caring about anything. They only pass by even if the street has a large sign designed not for trucks. Four, the mistreatment of the road with the passage of heavy vehicles on it. Even if they repair it, it does not last 3 days in good conditions. And the reason number five, the noise that grabs when they are working seems that they are inside my house working. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Okay. Any other comments or?
No, Chairman. That's the only comment that I received from the public. Yes, sir. That's it.
Okay. So at this point, we're going to close public hearing, and I guess if there's no further discussion, we have a motion either for or against.
Chairman, just so that someone's aware, we do have a hand that's up in the attendees. I don't know if they wanted to speak in the public comments or not.
Oh, yeah, I see that now.
Okay.
Hi, can you hear me again? It's Hope Calhoun. I have my hand raised.
Yes, Ms. Hall, we can hear you.
Thanks. I just wanted to, first of all, we would ask respectfully that you would vote in favor of the request that's before you tonight. Again, just to let us move forward with creating a cohesive site. And then secondly, I discussed earlier with staff some, I guess, kind of Scribner's clarifications with regard to the staff recommendations. I just want to make sure that we're all clear, just a few things, and I can go over them if necessary at this point. And Mr. Delane, it's up to you if you want me to do it, staff, or do you want to go ahead and make those revisions?
Our city attorney has been made aware, so I'll also have her chime in on the corrections to be made. Since we're announcing it on the dais, it's known that what those corrections may be. I'll forward it to the attorney. Should we go ahead and read out those errors on the dais, or is that something that we correct, after this meeting?
We can go ahead and put it on the record just so that everyone is on one page and they know what it is that they're agreeing to.
Okay. Attorney Calhoun, would you like to run off some of the errors that you've indicated?
Sure. Just again, these are minor things. We just wanted to make sure that we're all going forward in the with full understanding. And for the purpose of the board's understanding, I'm just looking at the staff's recommendations, which are on page 6, I believe, of the staff report. Bullet point number 3 references the acquisition of Northwest 30th Court and Northwest 130th Street. And we and staff have agreed that that should say vacation and not acquisition. The very next bullet point references a adequate landscape buffer around parking area, and it should be just adequate landscape buffer around the site. Resolution, compliance with resolution 5058, I believe that that's being removed. The next bullet point references a vehicle car carrier site plan, and that should just be revised to a concrete batching plan pursuant to your agenda. And then the second to the last bullet point also references the vehicle car carrier site plan, and that should also reference a batching plant. So again, there's nothing that substantively impacts what we're requesting or staff is recommending. It's just minor Scrivener's things. So with that, again, I just ask that you would please approve our request.
Thank you, Ms. Calhoun.
Ms. Calhoun, can you say those again, please?
Yes. Okay, so again, just looking at the staff recommendations, the third recommendation, third bullet point reads, acquisition of Northwest 30th Court and Northwest 130th Street right of way. That should say vacation, not acquisition. The next is, the next bullet point says adequate landscape buffer around parking area. It should just say adequate landscape buffer around the, we could just say around the project site or the property. The next bullet point, compliance with resolution 5058 is being deleted. The next bullet point, which begins maintain 100%, it references vehicle car carrier site plan, and it should instead reference the batching plant, concrete batching plant and finished concrete production facility. Again, it's consistent with what the application, how the resolution reads. There's a bullet point regarding the second to the last, I guess, bullet point, again, references vehicle car carrier site plan. And that should be, that should also reference the batching plant, as I previously stated, consistent with the resolution.
And what exactly is resolution 5058?
I was actually going to forward that inquiry to the attorney. Madam Attorney, you're muted. You're still muted, Madam Attorney.
I apologize. I don't have that resolution in front of me right now.
So the conversation previously had, again, I have not spoken with the city attorney, so I don't want to put her on the spot, was that there was some question. That was the question, actually, exactly what is that resolution referenced? So I couldn't agree to a reference that I wasn't clear about the impact of it. So that, and further, let me just add, I think, again, your city attorney can opine, as can staff, but I think that the item can move forward. And if at city commission, it's further determined that this is applicable and we are required to comply with it, that can be addressed at a later time. But again, I think that's for your city attorney. I don't want to overstep.
And yes, and we can look into that and we'll follow up appropriately with that.
Any other questions? Mr. Barnes, did that clear everything up?
Yes, it did.
I think. Okay. So it's still staff's recommendation that we proceed forward. Should the motion be phrased to include these changes or any specific?
Yes, These changes will be included in the update for prior to approval to commission.
Okay, so can we get a motion from?
I move that we approve item number 1 with the stated corrections.
Can we get a second?
Just so I'm just adding, again, I know it's at the board level, but the only reason we're doing this is so that in practical and legal terms, we can have the property operate as it already is. So we're really just, it's kind of a formality. Without this vacation, the property will continue to operate, but this way we have recorded documents in place in case it comes up ever.
You don't know that. They have not been given, that yay or maybe.
So I just wanted to clarify that in case there was a question about our request.
Okay, we have a motion. Can we have a second?
We have a couple hands up. I'm not sure if it was before the motion or after the motion.
This is Glen Hanks. I'm the engineer on the project. I don't know when exactly I raised my hand on that. Just for clarification, the rights of way are not presently improved. They are functionally, as it stands right now, utilized as part of the site. They are just not legally part of the site. That's the only 2 cents I wanted to put into this discussion. So that's about it.
Okay, we still have somebody with their hand up.
Yes, Okay.
All right, so we don't get a second.
Would it help if we put a map up so that we can show what we're discussing? Maybe if there's a question about where this is or what we're asking to vacate?
Yeah.
That would be a city function. I don't have the ability to do that.
I think it was.
Paul, can you make her a co-host really quick so she can share that map with us?
Okay, so IT, I'm Attorney Calhoun, sorry, this is Clerk Hall. I guess you would have to, could you re-forward the map to me and I can send it to IT to see if they're able to have the ability to do that. But I did send everyone the backup, the PowerPoint presentation of the areas. It's included in you all packages. If you look at the end of your package, you do have the PowerPoint presentation. And it also has everything outlined of what they're trying to do.
I just promoted her to into the panel. She should have the ability to share her screen now.
Okay, thank you.
Chair?
Yes.
I would say that with the inquiries probably needed more by the board, I will make a suggestion if the board would like to move to defer this item for further deliberation, or will the map suffice for a decision rendered today?
Okay, we still need a motion if we want to, I guess, table the item or divert the item.
Can I ask, is there a question we can answer that would clear up any questions? Because
I'd like to see the map here.
Okay, let me try to get it up for you. Give me
I'm
just
trying to use I'm trying to use a dual screen and it's just, we have a copy of it, but if you can pull it up here, that would be great.
Okay, bear with me if you could, just a moment.
Sure.
I, like the chairperson, have to log on to a different system to do that. So if you could just bear with me.
Not a problem.
So IT, you're gonna see me logging in from a different computer so that I can share.
Okay, no problem.
Almost there. All right, I actually have it up. Okay.
And I would just like to say, while we're waiting, to the chair, if there isn't a decision rendered, I would just suggest that a board member, if they don't want to move the item, either defer or the alternative. That way we're not, stuck in limbo about what a decision might be, and we don't hold the applicant longer than necessary.
Duly noted.
Okay. Can you all see my screen? Oh, sorry about that.
Yes.
Okay, and you can still hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Okay, so very quickly, this is the parcel we're speaking of. And the rights of way we're speaking of vacating are here along Northwest 30th Court and Northwest 130th Street. The applicant, the owner of the property owns this parcel in red and this small box up here, all connected. The property, as you can see, is currently operating as a concrete batching plant. And it has operated as such for more than 20 years. Again, you can see that Northwest 30th Court literally bisects or divides the property. So again, from an operational standpoint, it's already being used and has been used by the owner of the operator of the batching plant for more than 20 years, as though it's their private road, quite honestly. And so Northwest 130th Street, very similarly, you can see it's as our engineer pointed out, neither of them are improved. So they're not paved in any way. The only vehicles using this kind of L shape are the vehicles associated with the operation of the plant. So what we're asking to do is formal, I guess, what has been operating and in an informal manner for as long as the batching plant has been operated. So by vacating this right of way here and this right of way here, it just creates a document that's reported in the public records that shows that it is no longer, these roads here and here are no longer open to the public. So again, they are not improved, they're not paved in any way. The only vehicles that use them are the ones that operate on and around the property. So I know I'm repeating myself, but again, so the only people that use it are the people who have a reason to go to this site for business purposes, the trucks that use it. And so we're just asking that we can record a document in public records that shows that basically they are not public roadways, that they're private roadways operating in connection with the batching plant, the concrete. So it really creates a safety measure, right? So that no one is hurt by, trying to go down a road that's not paved. And it just allows the property to be developed in a way that's, it shows that it can be one cohesive site. As the chairman said, this site plan for this, which I'll show you, was approved by this board some time ago. And you can see from the site plan, the streets operate already as part of an existing business, thriving business in the city. So that's what we're asking. We're asking that these two rights of way that you just saw on the site plan here and here, the L shape, are just formally vacated, which means they're no longer for public use, but in the public records. And again, just to show you the site plan, this is 130th, and this is in essence a 30th here. So it kind of creates an L shape that I was just pointing to here. Does that answer the questions?
Yes.
Are there any other questions
from any board members? We have a motion for approval of, we have the second, or are all the board members on?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Claudia Hibbert provides a second.
Okay, we have a second. We get the roll call.
Board Member Barnes,
No.
Board Member Hibbert,
Yes.
Board Member Mangum,
Yes.
and Chair Guerrero.
Yes.
Item passed.
Thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Not a problem, you as well.
Okay. So on my agenda, this is the only item.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so any other new news, anything to discuss?
There's nothing else from staff.
Okay.
At this time.
All right, so at this point, the special planning and zoning board meeting for March the 16th, 2021 is adjourned. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Have a great
Thank you
night,
all.
everyone. Thank you.